The movie starts with Kamala Khan, an inhuman with shape-shifting abilities, sneaking into her house late at night and into her bed. The next morning, she wakes up startled as her mother enters her room, quickly changing out of her superhero costume. Her mom proceeds to tidy up and criticizes Kamala, disapproving of her actions and action figures sitting in her room. Kamala, who idolizes Captain Marvel, is quick to defend her prized possessions. She grabs her school bag, and as she heads out the door, she turns to her mother and says how she wishes she could wake up one day and be told of the things she does right instead of wrong. Kamala at school is not so popular, and a few kids make fun of her. She doesn't yield to the hate. After class, she heads outside and catches a couple of bullies bothering a girl. She approaches them, now dressed in her Ms. Marvel costume, and attempts to show them a lesson. Still not in touch with her powers, instead of punching them, the hit goes past them and onto a car, destroying it. Kamala runs off but sees her idol Captain Marvel flying by and takes a video of her to show her friend Doreen. In the park, Kamala and Doreen discuss how weird they are perceived as they're being coached by Doreen's pet squirrel with a whistle. They discuss the potential of posting pictures of them in superhero form on social media. Kamala feels a little insecure about not being able to handle her powers and hiding them from everyone. Doreen attempts to comfort her. Kamala mentions the Terrigen's mist and how she suddenly found herself with powers when she got hit. Doreen tells her that she can't blame people for fearing inhumans since they suddenly show up, freaking out and fighting each other. Kamala, who doesn't understand why the inhumans are acting the way they are, tells her friend that all she wants is to show people the human side still inside the inhumans. When someone calls out a thief after a boy runs off, the two girls seize the opportunity to play hero and try to catch him. They manage to stop him, but he blasts them with fire, hitting Squirrel Girl. Kamala tries to stop her, but she runs towards him and they fight. Another inhuman, Victor Cole, comes to the rescue, shielding Ms. Marvel from the fire. Victor reveals that the boy's name is Dante. Victor is trying to get Dante to come with him, but Dante refuses and starts attacking him with his powers. Ms. Marvel saves him from a falling tree branch, and they have a little moment. The thief, unable to control his powers, runs away. Kamala, curious about why Victor is after Dante, asks him what's going on. Victor says that he's part of a group that is trying to stop inhumans from causing chaos around town. Kamala, who is sure that Dante isn't causing chaos on purpose, tells Victor and Squirrel Girl that she saw fear in his eyes. Victor tells her she's wrong. S.H.I.E.L.D. shows up. Victor tries to convince Kamala to run, but she refuses. Victor, not wanting to get caught up with S.H.I.E.L.D., and runs off. Agents Daisy Johnson and Patriot get out of the ship and ask the girls what happened. Daisy tells them that they're after inhumans causing trouble and investigating why half of the ones who were caught up in the attacks have disappeared. Kamala tells them about the group Victor is part of, but Patriot thinks Victor's group is suspicious. Ms. Marvel and Squirrel Girl want to help, but the agent's not sure that they can handle it. Leave them behind and get back to the ship. Kamala's curiosity gets the better of her and decides to investigate with Squirrel Girl. America Chavez in a motorcycle passes Doreen and Kamala as they leave the park and head to a garage. She starts fixing her motorcycle, but when she turns to talk to her boss, Dante steals it. She flies after him, and he attacks her with a fire blast. She crashes into the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, and all of them are joined with Kamala and Squirrel Girl. Chavez flies off to find Dante and her bike. Meanwhile, Victor Cole, aka Exile, gets a call from Hala the Accuser, who asks him about his assignment of retrieving Dante, which he still hasn't completed. Dante gets a visit from Cole again, and they both fight. Everyone else shows up. Chavez tries to retrieve her bike, but Dante's fire hits a gas line. An explosion sounds, and the entire road goes up in flames. Daisy's hurt. Patriot, Ms. Marvel, and Squirrel Girl try to evacuate everyone in the area. Across the road, Kamala watches Dante approach an unconscious Victor, ready to blast him, but he stops himself and runs off. His actions surprise her, and when Victor wakes up, she tells him it seems that Dante doesn't want to cause any trouble. A building starts to collapse and cuts the conversation short when Kamala runs to save more people. Behind her, Victor yells that there will come a time when she'll have to choose between inhumans and humans. Kamala defends the inhumans and Dante to the rest of the group after he doesn't hurt Victor. America Chavez refuses to help them and leaves. S.H.I.E.L.D. agents show up and arrest Daisy Johnson for forgery and unsanctioned action. Patriot discovers that she lied to him about being authorized to go after the inhumans and feels betrayed. Ms. Marvel, Squirrel Girl, and Patriot decide to go after Dante. Kamala, trying to defend Dante again, recalls the Terrigen War and what happened with her powers malfunctioning to try to explain to the others how Dante could be dealing with something similar. She gets angry at Doreen, who disagrees on who the good guy and the bad guy are between Dante and Victor, and they have an argument, prompting Kamala, who's currently struggling with her new identity, run off. Back at her house, Kamala's mother enters her room, and seeing that Kamala's upset, tries to comfort her. Her mother tells her a story with a message about how she must have faith in what she believes, even when everyone is telling her otherwise. Kamala, now feeling better, leaves Doreen a message and goes off to find Victor and Dante. Victor finds Kamala and sneakily tries to recruit her for the campaign, but she disagrees. Victor punches Kamala and tries to take her by force, and reveals that he's working with the Kree. Victor, now turned exile, explains to Kamala how Hala, after the Terrigen wave hit, seeing the potential of the humans, decided to recruit them. Kamala then started putting two and two together, discovering that Dante back in the park wasn't trying to hurt them, but was instead aiming at Victor. Kamala attacks Exile, and they both fight. Squirrel Girl sees Kamala, who's about to fall off a building from the street. Victor continues to attack Ms. Marvel and drives her inside a wormhole before Squirrel Girl can save her. Squirrel Girl finds a message posted by Kamala on their social media, explaining that she's on a spaceship in orbit. Squirrel Girl goes to American Chavez for help, but she refuses at first, explaining to her that what's happening on Earth already happened to her world. Inhumans started attacking humans for no reason, destroying everything, and forcing her moms to teleport her to Earth to save her. Together they go to Patriot for help to steal a ship. They break out Daisy from her cell, and she reveals that she's also an Inhuman. They get attacked by S.H.I.E.L.D., but manage to reach the ship and fly off to space. On the ship, they try and locate the Kree in orbit. Quake tells them how the Kree tried to build super soldiers by altering human DNA, creating the Inhumans. They figure out that the missing Inhuman kids were probably hunted by the Kree after they activated the mist. She tells them they need to find someone to help them. On the Kree ship, Ms. Marvel is being held captive along with Dante. Hala makes an appearance and offers the recruits a chance to join the Kree as soldiers, except each pair must defeat the other to win. If they fail or refuse to fight, their punishment will be the death of their loved ones. Dante and Kamala pretend to fight. Dante distracts the surveillance cameras, and Kamala manages to reach the controls through the vents, and they escape. Kamala and Dante break out the rest of the Inhumans. Meanwhile, Squirrel Girl and the others join forces with Captain Marvel. On the Kree ship, Kamala and Dante send the Inhumans back to Earth in a spacepod before Victor can reach them, and Lockjaw the dog teleports them throughout the ship. When Victor finds them, Ms. Marvel manages to disarm him. Witnessing this, Hala orders her to finish him. Hala attacks Dante and Lockjaw, as Ms. Marvel watches her friends and Captain Marvel fly toward the Kree ship, crashing inside. Captain Marvel and America fight Hala, while Quake and Patriot lock down the bridge to stop Kree reinforcements. Kamala tries to convince Victor, now betrayed by Hala, to join them and be a hero, but refuses to help the humans who laughed at him when he got his powers. Full of resentment, he uses his dark force energy to turn into a large creature, attacks Kamala, and destroys the ship's operating system. Captain Marvel and America defeat Hala, sending her off to space. The Inhumans fight off Exile together and stop him, while Captain Marvel tries to stop the ship from falling out of orbit. The ship, now crashing to Earth, makes the Inhumans work together to ensure a safe landing. Dante, now in touch with his powers, breaks the impact of the crash, and they land on Earth. Victor teleports off the ship and escapes. Kamala fangirls about Captain Marvel. Doreen and Kamala make up as they are heading to America's garage. In the garage, a secret entrance sends them down to a secret room where Captain Marvel brings them together to form an unofficial superhero team under her guidance. Squirrel Girl gives the group the name Secret Warriors. The movie was full of action, to say the least. We have a clear backstory on how the Inhumans got their powers, painting a full picture. Captain Marvel joining forces with the team and bringing them together was pretty cool, but I found that the movie was unnecessarily long for such a straightforward plot. We could have gotten better fight scenes with Hala on the ship as well. All in all, the group works pretty well together, and the name Secret Warriors isn't too bad. This brings us to the end of today's video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel to get more videos like this one. Your support helps us grow. And tell me, did you like the movie? Was the Secret Warriors everything you dreamed they would be? And what do you think Victor, now that he's escaped, will do next? Let me know in the comments below. I read all of them. And if you're watching till now, thank you. I'll see you in another video soon.